Hello guys, welcome back to KingBroLy channel. This video I want to share about info for new method to access global lab server that will apply near future. Okay, to enjoy watch my video, make sure you turn on this video subtitle, and also you can use timestamp that I already provide to go to target topic that you want. And if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on bell notification to get any update and guide on Black Desert World. Okay, let's start this video content using any feature that I provide. Okay, regularly people playing Black Desert Online on official live server that you can access it from official website launcher or Steam. And this regular access we called it live server that we can enjoy any content that previous officially already released. But before any content that we enjoy on live server, surely there are some testing process that previous need to do to make sure all content already ready to release to all region live server in future. And to test those unreleased or experimental content, gladly previous not closely to test their upcoming and experimental content, but they want us as player to involve on Black Desert Online development progress by providing special server called Global Lab server, and most of us called it test server. So this Global Lab server is official server that previous provide to test any upcoming and experimental content on Black Desert, and for sure any content on Global Lab server might change or be cancelled to release to live server, but most of content already ready and previous just need to little polish it before release to our live server. And I as content creator who following and covering to share any upcoming update of Black Desert Online surely very help with existence for Global Lab server that previous provide. And I commonly access Global Lab server to understanding what upcoming content that previous prepare on Black Desert Online. So if you saw some of my video footage that shown something unreachable to achieve on live server, that can be footage from Global Lab server, but many of my haters just blindly share misinformation to slander me accessing private server. And with this info, I want to clarify, if Global Lab server is not private server, but test server that officially provided by Abyss. Even I make regular content every week that share to anyone about any update that previous prepare for upcoming update near future on this Global Lab playlist. And to access this Global Lab server, previous gradually try to make it available to everyone, but do limitation for server region coverage. They gradually upgrade Global Lab availability continuously and make some event by accessing Global Lab server for some upcoming class pre-release previously to anyone worldwide. And I just got new info about upcoming new change for accessing Global Lab server. As you can see, this is some notice on Global Lab website that they mention about notice for Global Lab login method changing soon. And this notice previous just released it at 14 November 2024. And with this info, previous just mentioned on 28 November 2024, login method for Black Desert Global Lab server will change by using Abyss ID. And actually about Abyss ID, we currently already use it to login to our live server. So by this information, Abyss will bring this Abyss ID method on Global Lab server, so you can use your current Abyss ID that currently used to login to live server to access Global Lab server. And with this change, Global Lab also will have access to account and privacy security feature that provided by Abyss ID. So they just mentioned any privacy security feature also will carry out with this Abyss ID feature. And this is some frequently asked question about this change. First, about what is Abyss ID? Abyss ID is integrated ID that we use to access Black Desert live server, and also you can use it to access all upcoming games that Abyss will release in future, including Global Lab server. And because of this change, they also give some answer about your existing Global Lab access right now. Abyss just mentioned with this update that login method to Global Lab server will switch to Abyss ID. Any existing access to Global Lab server will be deleted. So any character and progress that you have on Global Lab server will be deleted with this change. But because of this integration for Prebis ID that can be used to access Global Lab server, after this update, your account that currently used to access live server also can be used to access Global Lab server in future when this update come for Global Lab server. And the best news with this change, when you accessing Global Lab server using Prebis ID, when this update implement after 28 November 2024 maintenance update on Global Lab server, if you have character above level 56 on live server, you will automatically have access to Global Lab server in future, so you didn't need to create account anymore to access future Global Lab server. And this is question about explaining any change with this new way to access Global Lab server. First, about new launcher to access Global Lab server also got changed that they mention for any adventures outside Asia region who already using Prebis launcher will need to download new Prebis launcher to install and access Global Lab client, but detailed schedules will announce in future. And then the second change is about Global Lab website. They mention URL address for Global Lab website also will be changed in future. But don't worry, any content that Prebis already share on Global Lab server website, they will keep it on new Global Lab website that will release in future. And if you use any link, that posting from old Global Lab website will be automatically redirect to new URL address. And then the third change, they also will change service provider for Global Lab server. Because previously Global Lab server is covered by Prebis Taiwan Corp, they will change it to Prebis HQ Limited. And with this update, a new terms of service will pop up when you first time connect to Global Lab server via Prebis launcher, and you must agree in order to use service to access Global Lab server. And they mention they will provide additional more information related with change of Global Lab server in detailed information through additional notice. So by this notice, Prebis just inform us early for new method for accessing Global Lab server that they will implement it at 28 November 2024 on Global Lab server update. And don't worry, before this 28 November 2024 change for Global Lab server access, we still can access Global Lab server as normal using previous method. And as you can see, they also still do regular scheduled maintenance for Global Lab server for 15 November 2024. And any maintenance schedule for Global Lab server still same as before. And for sure, I will cover all info for any upcoming update that Prebis prepare for Black Desert Online in future through this Global Lab update video series that I will release continuously every week. And just stay tuned on KingBroLy channel for any upcoming update info that you can get early from my channel, especially for any content that Prebis already announced officially on Global Lab server on my special playlist video. And special thanks to all my membership for direct support via Patreon, Karya Karsa, and YouTube membership. And also my current member, DubyaDude, Doki, Aeyrton, Snoods, Xoren, Avrilka, Familia, Jeff, StardustZ as Gold member. And also for all my Silver and Bronze member, thank you so much for all your direct support. This will make KingBroLy channel running and growing more faster. If you want to support me directly, I will very grateful. And as special thanks, I will put your name on my video depend on your support level. And be noticed at some level there are have some limit, so make sure you didn't get run out for this limited space. And I will put your name on every subsequent video that I release for the duration of your support. And if you want to join my membership to support me directly, you can go to any platform for Patreon, Karya Karsa, and YouTube membership. I already put link for this membership on this video description, or you can check on top right of this video. I already put card for Patreon link. Okay guys, that's all info about new method to access Global Lab server that will apply near future. Hope all this information can be useful for you. If you like this video, you can like and subscribe to my channel for another guide and update. Thank you for watching. See you next time.